Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. Finally, Vancouver has received its first snowfall of the season. There has been a lot of speculation that when we are going to receive the snowfall. Other parts of Canada are already overwhelmed with so much of the snow. And finally, snow is here. It's Sunday. I'm out with my friends to a nearby coffee shop and I thought why I shouldn't add some more information to our yesterday's video. So in yesterday's video, where we discussed one aspect of palmistry, which was chirognomy, which entails the study of the structure of the hand, and we tried to understand that how can the study of the structure of the hand can be utilized to find out someone's skill set and right set of career option for him. So in this video we are going to go further ahead, where we are going to include cheiromancy as well. We are going to include the study of the lines as well, fate line, headline, lifeline, in determining the right set of career option for someone. And one more thing guys, I just wanted to show you some more of my friends which I have made over here. So as you can see, this beautiful rabbit, which is the star attraction of this coffee shop. So all those people who come here, they always ensure to play with these rabbits as well. So as you can see over here, so that's the only reason why I relocated from Toronto to Vancouver, because I just want to be close to nature only. Nature, animals, pets. So this is what my life is all about. So now I'm going back to my friends. They must have ordered the coffee. And while sipping up the hot coffee, we will also have our discussion on today's topic as well. So friends, let's start our discussion on how come palm lines prove to be helpful in understanding someone's skill set or right set of career for him. So first we will start with the three major lines. I mean to say lifeline, headline and heartline. So we will first start understanding the lifeline. Now in the science of palmistry, lifeline tells about your health, your vitality and the quality of life. I mean to say, let's say for example, you're aspiring for a job where there is too much of the physical exertion is required, too much of the running around is required. It's not going to be a sitting job, it's going to be a job where for 8 hours you will be on your toes, you will be running around. And if your lifeline is not supporting it, I mean to say, if your lifeline is afflicted, so that means that nature of job might not be very well suited for you. Second thing which we can get to know from the lifeline is that while planning our career, is that if lifeline is afflicted, so that means that the person might not be able to have or enjoy a stable life, because like the way I have said, that lifeline tells about the quality of life, and if it is afflicted, so it means that the person might have to go through ups and downs in his course of life. So if you have chosen a nature of path of your career where you are expecting too much of the stability, that I have just gotten into a government job and I will retire with enjoying all the benefits and a smooth flow of life, so that means you might get disappointed in that particular aspiration of your life. So these are the two things only which we can get to know from lifeline, one being the stability or instability, and second thing about the physical exertion. Moving ahead guys, now we have to understand the headline. Now while planning or looking at someone's hand specifically from the perspective of planning and advising right set of career for him, headline plays and takes the major share. I mean to say, this is the line which tells about someone's intellectual capabilities. See, I will again clear this thing. Headline doesn't tell about your IQ level, headline doesn't tell about how intelligent you are. It just tells about whatsoever intellectual capabilities you have, how you are going to utilize that. That we get to know from the quality and the state of the headline. So now that's very simple guys. Let's say for example, the straighter the headline is, that just tells about that a person might have a very philosophical, very logical, very calculative, very business minded mindset. And let's say for example, if you have found the headline to be little bit curved, so curved headline just tells about that the person has got a very artistic and very creative way of thinking or looking towards things. And there's one more thing people, if the headline has got a long length, I mean to say starting from its origin, if it is reaching towards the percussion side, so that means that person can concentrate on anything for longer times. And if the headline is short in length, that just indicate towards that the person is very practical and person has got a very specialist kind of mindset, very perfectionist kind of mindset, which we get to know from a short headline. Now moving ahead guys, what do we get to know from the heartline? See, heartline plays a major role in all those nature of jobs where there is creativity involved, where you have to with your emotions, with your feelings. So let's say for example, if heartline is unafflicted, it is taking a proper curve in its course of path, it is reaching till Mount of Jupiter. So that is going to give this indication that yes, person has got a natural artistic creative flair in his emotions, in his feelings, in his way of looking at things. There's one more thing guys, if let's say for example, if the heartline in its nature of course is reaching till the Mount of Jupiter, it is going to give us this indication that the person is very optimistic, and whichsoever life of aspect he will be in, even while planning his career, the person will remain to be very optimistic and very go-getter. I mean to say, all those people who struggle so many years in order to make it big in the entertainment and the creative industry, the only thing which kept them going even at the face of struggle was that they were optimistic enough that they will succeed, they will hit it big in their chosen path. So that is the kind of aspiration and optimism which we get to know from the state and quality of the heartline, and specifically if it is reaching till the Mount of Jupiter. Moving ahead guys, now we will take into consideration the two important secondary lines which plays a vital role in deciding someone's career. I mean to say, I have to first tell you about the fate line. Now, fate line just act as a pendulum in the science of palmistry and even in our palm. I mean to say, fate line in its course divides two prominent regions. It divides Mount of Mercury and the Mount of Jupiter. Now Mercury, which can be seen as a significator of your intelligence, of your intellect, and Jupiter could be seen as an indicator of your soul. Same ways guys, if you come onto the bottom of the palm, so it divides the Mount of Venus with the Mount of Moon. Mount of Moon, which is a significator of your imagination, and Mount of Venus, which signifies your physicality. So it separates physicality with the imagination, mind with the soul. So fate line just tells about if fate line is unafflicted. It just tells about that the person will not face too much of the ups and downs in his career. Because see guys, you have to understand this thing. If you do not have a fate line in your hand, it means you are free from the clutches of the karma to decide which course is more suited for you. But let's say for example, in all those hands they have the fate line, so that means God has already marked and chosen a path for them to trade on. So let's say for example, if you will find fate line to be originating from the Mount of Moon, this will just give this indication that in your course of career you will succeed because of the support of other people, or this could be because of the support of your spouse as well. In a point of time you will see the fate line to be originating from the Mount of Venus. This will just indicate towards that you might get the support of your family in order to rise in your life. If you will see the fate line to be originating from the headline, so that is just going to give this indication that your luck might get awakened, or you might get the due success or recognition for your talents after the midlife, or let's say for example after the age of 35. Let's say for example, if you will find any kind of overlap happening in the fate line, you need to age the fate line from the Kiro 7 principle, and that will be the time when you will make some kind of shift in your career. Now guys, you need to understand if there will be just the overlap, so that means you might change one organization, or even within your organization you might switch to some another role. But if there will be a wide gap, so then that means that you might have to take maternity leave, or you might take a break, and then you will start again after that break. So that kind of information you can get to know from the fate line. The best thing is that if at its termination you will find the fate line to be culminating or diverting either towards the Mount of Jupiter or towards the Mount of Apollo, this will give this indication that the career will culminate with good amount of success, which you can get to know from the fate line. Moving ahead guys, if you have to take good account of information from the line of Apollo or the sun line, so sun line plays a very vital role. If fate line just tells about the efforts, sun line tells about the result of those efforts, which we will get to see from the condition and the quality of the sun line or the line of Apollo. So sun line just tells about how perfectionist and how brilliant you are in your chosen path. I mean to say, if you will find just one single sun line, that is just going to give this indication that the person is perfectionist, person is brilliant in his chosen work. And let's say for example, if you will find multiple sun line in someone's palm, this will give this indication that the person has multiple talents. The person has got a low boredom threshold. He might not be well suited for one nature of job. He is very good in juggling from one job to another job in order to succeed or excel in his career, or in order to feel fulfilled, to pay his bills and do his household duties. So this is all guys which I wanted to say on this second part of this video on understanding our career from the science of palmistry. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on the science of palmistry, please like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Shivoham, Shivoham.